clean. Big blind is $16.
I raise.
I fold. 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 I fold. Fold. And the gentleman calls. Flop. I raise. Fold. And I fold. The gentleman wins $528. Wow, I'm shaking. These are real skills. I'm raising. I'm new. The gentleman wins $163. The big blind is raised to $20. Right. Fold. I raise. I fold. I fold. Fold. I fold. I check. The lady cards. Check. River. I raise. I knew I was good.
What?
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The madam calls. I'll check. Check. I'll check. Sorry, I won. I fold. Oh, that's a lot of bad raise. Fold. I fold. I got you. Oh, dear. Oh, I check. The gentleman calls. I fold. The gentleman calls. The flop. I check. I fold. Fold. I fold. All in with $618. The big blind is raised to $30. The gentleman calls. I fold. Fold. I check. Check. I check. I'm raising. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Player has left the table.
Check. I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Lo importante, mamá, en 60 minutos de examen.
The gentleman wins $1,720. I fold. Fold. The gentleman calls. Flop. I check. I'll check. Player checks. I check. Right. The gentleman calls. River. Raise. The gentleman calls. I cut. Split pot. I fold. I win. The big blind is raised to $50. Look at me. The gentleman calls. The flop. The gentleman wins $1,000. This player has left the table. Fold. Give me the chips. The gentleman wins $2,008. These are real skills. $50. Oh, nice. I fold. All in with $477. River. Fold. I fold. That's a lot to bet. Fold. Fold. Check, please. I check. Check, please. Player checks. Check. I release. I fold. I knew I was good. Right. Fold. I fold. The gentleman calls. I must fold. The madam wins $2,222. This player has left the table. Fold. Fold. I fold. The lady calls. All in $704. The gentleman wins $1,304. The blind is raised to $150. The gentleman calls. I raise. The gentleman wins. This player has left the table. Raise. I must fold. Hey, I'm doing pretty well. Fold. The gentleman calls. I raise. All in with $1,304. The flop. Turn. The river. Give me the chips. The gentleman wins $4,172. The big blind is raised to $200. Oh, I fold. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Right. I fold. River. Fold. These are real skills. The gentleman calls. Fold. Right. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The flop. Player checks. I fold. Turn. Player checks. Player checks. These are real skills. I fold. I knew I was good. I must fold. Give me the chips. fold. The gentleman calls. Flop. Check, please. Check, take. Raise, fold. The gentleman wins $2,350. Big blind is $50. The gentleman calls. Fold. Flop.
I check. Right, fold. Now these are real skills.
I fold.
Fold.
Flop. The gentleman wins $1,585. I raise.
I fold.
I fold.
Fold.
Turn. The river.
Fold.
I raise. Look out for me. I fold.
I check.
I check.
I raise.
I fold.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $692.
Hey, I'm doing pretty well, huh?
The gentleman calls. The lady calls. The flop.
I check.
I fold. The miss. $6. Winner takes $1,512.
I fold.
I check.
Player checks. All in $77. The miss call river. The gentleman wins $2,470.
I raise. I fold.
The gentleman calls. Player checks.
I raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $646. The gentleman calls. Flop.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $350.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $75. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Check.
Turn. The river. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Turn. The gentleman calls. All in $3,134. The gentleman wins $692. The flop.
Check. I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. All in $1,390.
I got you. Check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $192.
I raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $296.
Check. Check.
Turn. Player checks. River.
I check.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $460. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Check.
River. Player checks. The gentleman wins $100. The gentleman calls.
I check. I raise.
Turn.
I check.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $1,900. The gentleman calls.
Raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $667.
Check. I check.
Turn.
Check.
Player checks. River.
Check. Look out for me, man. Fold.
The gentleman wins $75. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. Turn.
Raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $322.
Check.
Turn. Player checks.
River. Check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $240.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. River.
Check. Give me the chips.
The gentleman calls.
I check.
Turn.
Check.
Player checks.
Raise.
All in with $2,560. Split pot. The gentleman calls. Flop. Player checks.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $1,702. Flop.
Wow, I raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $772. wins $572. The gentleman calls the flop.
I check.
Turn.
I raise. I win.
Turn. Player checks. Player checks. The gentleman wins $2,070. The gentleman calls flop.
I raise. Hey, look here, I'm doing pretty well.
Flop. Player checks. The river. The gentleman wins $2,170.
I raise.
All in $3,370. The gentleman wins $2,196. Flop. Turn.
I raise. I knew I was good, huh? That's a lot to bet.
The flop.
Check.
Turn.
I raise.
River.
Check. Look out for me, man. That's a lot to bet. Raise.
Flop. Turn.
I check. I win.
The gentleman calls the flop.
Check.
Turn.
I check.
The river.
Check. I am the winner.
The gentleman calls flop. Player checks. Player checks the river.
I check.
The gentleman wins $100. The gentleman calls. Turn.
Check.
Player checks. River.
Check. These are real skills. Fold.
The gentleman wins $75.